brief meeting of the North Carolina Historical Commission's Monument Study Committee. The purpose for this meeting today is exclusively the determination of when we conclude public feedback. And first, I would like to call the roll of the committee. Sam Dixon, I believe you were just identifying yourself.
Yes, I'm here. Yes, I'm here.
Dr. Chris Bonville, I know, cannot be with us today. Dr. Valerie Johnson. I tried to reach her earlier this afternoon, and was Mr. Noah Reynolds.
I'm here.
If you could mute your phone so that the committee members could hear each other, please. Someone has their phone on, and I think they must think that they are muted, and they're not.
Thank you. In addition, I'd like to recognize Dr. Kevin Cherry, who was just speaking, of course, Deputy Secretary at the North Carolina Department of Natural and Cultural Resources, and Secretary to the Commission, Historical Commission, and of course, State Historic Preservation Officer. And Dr. Cherry, and I believe we also have Phil Fagan, who is the General Counsel to the Department as well as to the North Carolina Historical Commission, and Karen Blum, Special North Carolina Deputy Attorney General, working with our committee and the Commission on this issue. As I stated, the agenda item is solely limited to when we conclude receipt of public feedback, and in that regard, I'd like to ask Dr. Cherry for a report on not only where we are with public feedback, but also the specialized feedback that we had requested from various and sundry parties.
Yes, sir. We have received comments from David Blight, who is a professor at Yale and an expert on historical memory. Comments from Sheffield Hale, who's the executive director and CEO of the Atlanta History Center, who is an expert on historic preservation, as well as materials that the Atlanta History Center has posted on its site about monuments that he suggests to be appended to his comments. We've received legal analysis from the University of North Carolina Chapel Hill School of Government. We've received no other legal interpretation from any of the university law schools in the state that we requested, knowing that law schools generally don't have a way of giving joint legal advice. It would come from individual professors, and so we were asking them to give individual interpretation, and we've received none of those. We have not received yet the legal interpretation from the Department of Justice. The report from the State Historic Preservation Office is almost complete. We are waiting on a little bit more information from other agencies to be able to turn over a report to you. That report does include an extensive bibliography of academic articles and other articles on the topic. And from that bibliography, as you go through the packet, when you receive the packet, I know you've been receiving materials all along, but we expect to send a full packet to each of you. When you receive that packet, we stand ready to provide any article that you wish from that extensive bibliography. We've received 4,682 public comments through our online portal. That's the online access. We've also received written comments through email, U.S. mail, and those written comments handed to us at our public hearing. Those will all be compiled and provided in the report. We've also compiled at your request reports from similar study committees from Savannah, Baltimore, New York City, and Dallas. We received at your request a compilation of comments from the individual board members of the North Carolina Civil War and Reconstruction History Center. We also noted that the Federal Advisory Council on Historic Preservation, which is the federal body that advises on the National Register for Historic Places, has just completed its statement on monuments, and we've included that in the packet. We also received a brief from the lawyer retained by the Sons of Confederate Veterans, and have added that to your packet. Those are the materials that we have received so far, Mr. Chairman.
Well, suffice it to say that, and I think I speak for the committee as a whole, but I encourage them to state their comments as well. But we deeply, deeply appreciate the time and the effort and the sincerity by which all respondents in the public or from professional status, what have you, that we have requested this from. We take this extremely seriously, and again, respect the degree of time and effort and sincerity by which those responses have been given. Mr. Dixon or Mr. Reynolds, would you care to comment about that further? Well, then, as I said, from the agenda, our mission today is solely to indicate a time that we would conclude for public comment and feedback. So I entertain a motion in that regard.
Chairman Ruffin, a point of clarification. When you say public comment, is that all of the information that the committee's waiting to receive, or just the public portal for comments there? If you could clarify that.
It's certainly, and I would certainly encourage Dr. Cherry to express his opinion, but it's my sense that we're talking about closing the portal so that we can begin to kind of put a finite amount of information on public commentary. Obviously, if we've explicitly requested opinions from people due to their kind of professional or academic status in this regard, I would certainly think we would continue to get that as it comes in.
Okay.
I would think that public comments would include those received through the online portal, as well as those we've received in other forms such as email, the United States mail, that sort of thing. So public comment as opposed to requested specific reports, that sort of thing.
Thank you. And I'm assuming also that means we will not have any further public hearings. I think we had ample time at the last one for everybody to speak that wished to.
Yes, that is my understanding.
Okay, well, thank you. With that clarification, I would propose and move that we close the online portal and public comment period a week from today, which would be midnight Thursday, April the 12th.
And this is Sam Dixon. I'll second that.
And notify the public accordingly.
Okay. And that will be published, I presume, on the portal itself, that there is an expiration date and time to that effect.
That's right. The department, following your vote, if this is your wish, the department will use our regular channels of notification, online and press release, to let it be known that the portal is closing a week from midnight tonight.
So the motion has been made and seconded, and in that there are three of us who constitute a quorum. The presumption is that Mr. Dixon, you in favor?
Yes.
Mr. Reynolds, you're in favor?
Yes.
And David Ruff and I am in favor. So we have then therefore requested that the department place on the portal the notification that public comments will be concluded or done at such a time to be concluded by midnight Thursday, April 12th. Okay, again, this is the purpose for this meeting today. I appreciate that. We look forward to continuing this process, and we will be in touch in terms of the next step. And that was one of the necessary things, is to begin to put some finite time on the commentary stage of this. And again, we are looking forward to the next steps in our deliberation.
Hi, this is Valerie.
Hi.
Calling
Hey, Dr.
in.
Johnson.
Yes, I'm still in class. I just wanted to let you all know that I won't be able to be on the call after all. Our class is still going on.
No problem. We have a quorum and have decided as a committee to end the public phase of comments a week from today at midnight, April the 12th.
Okay, great. All right, bye-bye, folks.
Thank you, Dr. Johnson. Okay, having completed our agenda item for today, then I entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, and we will be in touch. The meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.